Hello, my name is Yilmaz Erd. I'm from Germany, 36 years old, and I started on the 11th of January 2023 an expedition. And it's about to walk the entire continent just by foot. And for the starting point was Cape Agulhas, that's the southernmost point of Africa. And the final goal is actually not Egypt, it is Tunisia, because in Tunisia is the northernmost point of Africa. But because of civil war in Libya, I will just walk for now to Egypt. By the time, hopefully in 2 years, because that's now what I expect to reach Egypt, is maybe the situation is going to improve, so I can go from Egypt, cross Libya, and then to Tunisia. So far, the walk took me 8 months to reach Bulawayo, and I walked already 2,600 kilometers. The purpose of my walk is to capture the beauty of this continent, of each country also. The beauty of the nature, the wildlife, but also the humans, and try to explore from a different perspective, not from a touristy perspective. I walk, I hear the people, I can smell the country, I can feel the country with my feet while I'm walking. So to capture the soul and the wisdom of each country and sharing that's my biggest goal on this journey. I crossed some big rivers in South Africa. That was really tough. I crossed big sections. Sometimes I walk 50-60 kilometers a day where there is no water, even no food. Being sometimes alone is also a challenge. Being far away from home, that's also a challenge. So there are a lot of challenges, but so far it's been okay, and I'm still here and I'm okay. I don't have any sponsors, I don't have anyone who's funding me. I saved my money for this expedition, and I always say the ones who are supporting me are the locals. So far they helped me the most. The money will probably last for at least 1 year more, and then I have to see. Maybe I will have someone who will fund me, but I don't expect that. I will just believe in myself and believe on the humans that I meet on the walk, and I also don't want to rely on someone. I don't want to beg, so I believe in myself, but also on this whole walk itself. Yes. There's never ever any section where I do a lift. Also the rivers that I crossed, there were like few big rivers that I crossed with the boat. That was the only transport that I used, because I wasn't allowed to cross the rivers just by myself by swimming. But otherwise, every meter that I walked was just walking. I never took any transport. People are stopping on the middle of nowhere and asking me if I need a lift. I always thank them, but there's no transport, just food. Imagine now this 3,600 kilometers. Every step I took was never any transport. I mean, you have to just take the essential things with you. You have to take the minerals and the vitamins. So I take, that's one point. But you have to stretch. You have to give your body rest when it needs. It's very important. I give myself massage myself. So eating a lot, so you burn a lot of calories. So if I have the chance, I always try to eat healthy food. But I can't carry a lot of healthy food, because mostly fruits are heavy and I don't take them. Always when I get to a place, a village where I can get good food, I try always to eat healthy food. I try to connect with organizations, especially organizations which are trying to raise awareness for the wildlife, or also for the environmental issues, climate change. At one section there was the Botswana tourism. I asked them for some support. They helped me with some accommodation between Gaborone to the border. So that was the kind of support that I had. But my goal is always to go to villages, to the small organizations, to see them, to record them, because at the end of this trip, my goal is to write a book and also to make a documentary and show what is going on here. So I came from Botswana. My route was South Africa, Botswana, and I crossed the border towards Plumtree, and then from Plumtree here. And from here on, my goal is to walk to Chimanimani National Park to see the mountains, and then from there to Nyanga, and then crossing to Mozambique. That will take me at least, I think, 1.5, 2 months more of walking, which is roughly 1,000 kilometers. And yeah, so you can imagine I did 1 year of research, 1 year of preparations, and I always do my research online, but also ask the locals. That's actually the most important information that I can get. Always go to the locals, ask them where is something, maybe something which is not too touristy, places that I have to see and has to be shown. So yes, it is doing my research, but also asking locals and maybe organizations or whatever.
Okay, so let's say in a day, how many kilometers do you travel?
Usually between 30 to 50 kilometers. That's the average. If it depends mostly on the next village or next city where I can get my water source. That's always the question I ask. The most important is the water. When is the next place where I can get water? When it's a big section, I'll carry my water with me, so I know it's going to be 2 or 3 days without any place where I can stay. So I stay also sometimes in my tent. I have my tent, so I sleep in my tent. And but it is usually 30 to 50 kilometers, which takes about 8 to 10, 11, 12 hours of walking. I'm not saying this to impress now the Zimbabwean, but the hospitality, the food, and the culture, it is just amazing. I can't wait to see more of Zimbabwe, and looking forward.